Greetings and welcome,
Wizards and wayfarers, warlocks and witches alike. Today's tarot pick for Magic 101,
Tarot and Inner
Alchemy,
is the Two of
Cups.
Let's first have a look
At the physical description of the card.
Here we are. A youth
And a maiden are pledging to one another.
above their cups is the
Caduceus of Hermes, Trismegistus, or Mercury rather.
Between the great wings which appear there is a lion's head.
Indicative of the passions of Leo
And the 8,
in the major arcana.
the lion. Taming of the lion. It is a variant of a sign which is found in a few old examples of the card. Some curious emblematic meanings are attached to the symbology of the winged lion's head, but they do not apply here.
For inner alchemy, it is the rising up of the Kundalini between two participants in sexual alchemy.
Love, passion, friendship are all indicated on the divinatory meanings of the card.
The interrelation of the sexes, the alchemical
Marriage of yin and yang, masculine and feminine.
It is, in its deepest sense, the romantic love
Of two young people. And in an alchemical sense, it's the mingling of the lunar and solar energies within the practitioner. A deeper look at the divinatory meanings of the Two of Cups.
In a word, expressing the caring that you feel.
Reach out to those who you hold in your heart, so they know you are thinking of them. The two in
This suit signifies
the union of souls. This card traditionally describes a romantic relationship, but also includes the idea of all good friendships and partnerships based on natural affinity and a deep mutual understanding.
as a personal reflection.
It can also signify your mind and soul are discovering each other, maybe for the first time. So we have an interaction of left and right brain on the one hand, the conscious and subconscious, and the greater integration of body and spirit. This card also can be indicative of a karmatic tie for those who are still bound by karma, often portrayed with a wreath or a figure 8 ribbon twining around the cups. Here, the intermingling of the snakes twining around the caduceus rod. Occasionally, you see a symbol referring to alchemical opposites, such as the long snakes going up the caduceus. In an advice position, the Two of Cups speaks to your heart directly. It may be likely that the person you are trying to connect with feels the same. Still, others sometimes need to hear this more fully, so it's about presenting that love to the one you're interested in. This image here is of the two
aspirants, two higher intermingling of energies are making a vow to each other. So it advises you to pledge yourself to the friendship and put your whole heart into it. It's suggested that you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. You can see in the background that there's a country villa among low hills and uh, woods, shrubs, and trees. So it points to the fact that that type of peaceful rural environment is attainable at this time. Life is a relationship game, and it's a great privilege to share it with others um, that are complementary and compatible to you in what you're up to. So, to look a little more closely at it, the feminine one in this, the feminine image, the woman, the girl here, is wearing blue on the outside and white on the inside. So it shows her uh, chastity and purity inwardly with the white, and then outwardly she represents awakening the mind of man with the blue intelligent energy and intuition. And then of course you see those little red slippers peeking out from underneath. I think we all know what that means. If you don't, then it's the passion of the heart. It's the arousing of the sexual lust in the male. So they present their cups to each other. If you look before the image or after the image, so when you're practicing path working with the card, before the image, it's the caduceus is not present, the lion is not present, and the two are walking towards each other, and the male is holding two cups, and he hands one to the female, and as she accepts his offering, then the caduceus appears, and the lion head of arousal is present, showing that whenever two forces come together through mutual understanding and genuine adoration and affection, then a third spiritual presence is there, um, observing it and participating in it. So, this is also the potentiality of future children manifesting in the aether. Oftentimes, Cupid's arrow is what brings two lovers together, and it may be unseen forces that are at play, and a third being, a soul that wants to manifest, is what's arousing the interest in these two. So it's a cherubim trying to get into the world. It's a lovely card, probably one of the more lovely cards, especially those who are interested in matters of the heart. If this comes out in a reading for you, of course you want to take into consideration the other cards around it. But if it's a heart-related one and it's mostly auspicious signs, then this seals the deal. This would be the winner, the best card for that type of situation. If you draw a single card and this is it, then you're on the right path in matters of the heart. That's it for the Two of Cups. I'd like to remind you guys, upcoming transmissions on Valantia. The great work is before all things, creation of man by himself. That is to say, the full and complete conquest of his faculties and his future. It is especially the perfect emancipation of the will. First ever ceremonial magician in modern times, and when I say modern, like 17th century, Eliphas Levi, and his discussion on the magnum opus. Give one of these out there, yeah, in Happy Land. Just click the little doobly-doo, the like button, tap it gently and hit the subscribe and the bell thingy, ding ding ding. That'll let you know if I'm ever on going live here. The first condition of membership to the order is that one is sworn to identify one's own great work with that of raising mankind to higher levels, spiritually and in every other way. A lot of people malign Aleister Crowley a lot, but he definitely had some penetrating insight, and he knew a lot about virtue and truly following his own Tao, which led him to being the beast and an early unraveling of his DNA and genetic structure. But, what are you going to do? Your magnum opus is to achieve your will. I'll leave it there for today. The Two of Cups, a lovely card.